Hey there, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies, and this is an answer to a question a fellow Maddie asked. And he said, in my community, I'm somewhat seen as a hub. Over the years, I've come to realize people will try to tap into my hubbiness. I've found that often these folks do not live here and want access to my hub and rarely offer anything in return. I'm wondering how to establish more reciprocity and discernment over what will be beneficial and what will not be. Yeah, so this is a very real thing. And if you end up being a hub, and by hub I mean somebody who's well connected and well respected in a certain community. If you become a kind of hub in a community, yeah, people start to come to you often. Hey, could you help with this? Could you connect me with this? And often it's kind of careless, and there's not a lot of thought given into the request, frankly. But still, we teach people how to treat us, and they're often willing to offer something in return, but we just don't ask for it. So, I mean, it's a two-sided thing. Of course, people could be more courteous in the ask, but they may not really realize to the extent to which you are a hub, or that you recognize that you're a hub, and may just be seeing you as a friend and somebody who might want to spread the word, so no direct, reciprocity needed. But you may realize yourself, no, I'm actually more of a hub than they realize, and I could help them more than they think. And I remember talking with a woman in Toronto, and she was one of the original yoga teachers in Toronto, and she's so well connected, or at least was for a time. And people would often meet with her, and she'd go for dinner with them or coffee with them, and she'd spend 2 hours giving them advice. You should talk to this person, here's what you should do. And frankly, she would probably save people years of trial and error, because she just had so much she was an elder in that community. And I looked at her and I said, next time somebody wants to take you out for dinner, or wants to, it's like, hey, I got a fancy restaurant I want to go to. Take me out for dinner, pay for my dinner, I'll tell you whatever you want. Or just charge $200. Say, I'd love to, and I'm so busy, and I charge $200 for that kind of thing. But it'll be worth it, I promise. You'll be glad you booked the time. And then you find out if they're serious or not, if they want to book the time or not. Or you could say, look, yeah, you got this event coming up, I'd love to help you spread the word. I get this question a lot. So here's one of the things we could do, is we could track how many of them come from me, and then you give me X% or X amount of money per person. And so you could do an affiliate thing with them. Or they might have something you want. You could say, look, I'd be happy to do that, and I do this a lot, and just so that I don't get drained and I don't resent it, let's see if we can come up with some sort of a trade here, because maybe there's a way you could help me, with what you do with your service. Maybe I could come to your event for free. Maybe you could give me some free spaces that I could pass on to friends. There's a lot of creative ways you could do it. But the important thing is to really sit with it, is like, what would feel really good to me? How could I feel good about this interaction? What could they give me? What could I get here, since they're wanting something, that would feel reciprocal, that would feel balanced, that would feel really wonderful on both sides, where I'd be really thrilled to spread the word. Yeah, so there's so many options to it, and hopefully those have given some. But if you find yourself as a hub, there is a point where I think it's really proper to kind of shift the dynamic, and we start teaching people how to treat a hub, because people don't always know. And we just say, I'd love to. And here's the deal. Here are some options. Which option would you like? You could take me for dinner. You could pay me $200. You could promote my thing in exchange. You could give me some free spaces at yours for myself or some friends. You could pay me a certain amount of money per person that signs up as a result of my efforts, and we could track that in a certain way. You could just pay me a certain amount of money to email my list about. There's so many, and so you could just even give them the options. Say which ones feel best to you, and then they choose. Because I have this in a slightly different way. People email me from time to time, hey, can I just pick your brain for 5 minutes about a quick marketing thing? And my response pretty universally is, hey, I'd love to help. Here's a link to my rates. Let me know how much time you'd like to book. And then people either book the time or they don't. And I don't care. If they're serious, they book the time. And if they're not, they don't. And of course, there's friends, and sometimes I'll just respond. But it's important to just track, are you resenting it? Are you overgiving, in other words? Okay, hopefully that's helpful. If this video was useful, please share it with your friends. click the subscribe button if you want to get more videos like this, and then the little bell icon. Marketingforhippies.com is my website. You can find me on Facebook, and if you have any questions about this, or you can put them below, and that may turn into another video that I do, just like I'm answering this one to Maddie today. So I hope you're doing well. Take care, everyone.